Now, they want to know the original price of the property and what's it currently listed at. As you can see in the next example right next to it, this one they haven't had a price reduction. $289.9, still $289.9. As we come on down, it's going to ask for seller concessions. Is the seller offering a BTSA, bonus to selling agent? They want your days on market. Then they want to know if the location and the site view are the same, good, better, or worse than the subject property. Is it a single family home, or are we comparing a single family home to a condo? What's the square footage of that property? What year was it built? The overall condition, and then it wants to know the number of rooms. How many rooms, how many beds, how many bathrooms? Is it on well and septic? Does it have HVAC? Parking situation, and the swimming pool. And then across the bottom, you're going to give an indicated value of the subject. Let's break down this one right here. One of the hardest things people tell me they have to do is calculate the square footage of a home. So let's take a look at what that formula looks like, and then we'll come back and apply it to our worksheet. How to calculate the square footage of the subject property and the comparables. You're going to divide the comparable price by the comparable square footage to get the comparable price per square foot. It's going to be $239,000 divided by 4,116 square feet. Next, take that comparable price per square foot and multiply it by the square footage of the subject property. This gives you the cost of the subject property and the comparable rate. So, 4,208 square feet times 5,807 will give you a list price of $244,358. Subtract the adjusted subject price from the comparable listing price, and the difference is the adjustment you're going to make to the comparable on the BPO. In this case, $244,358 minus $239,000 gives you an adjustment of $5,359. You can see the example directly below this where we came through. Refer back to the very first comparable on the BPO if you want to see where those numbers came from. Now, if your subject property is larger in square footage than your comparable property, your adjustment will be shown as a positive number. If your subject property is smaller in square footage than your comparable, your adjustment will be shown as a negative number. This document is available for you when you visit www.easyreoagent.com. It'll be located in the Forms section. That way you can print it out and always have it as a reference. Let's go back and take a look at our BPO now. So here we are. Here's our $239,000. We divided it by 4,116. We took the balance of that, multiplied it times 4,208, and then we subtracted the balance of that from our 239, giving us the $5,359 adjustment that we have shown as a positive number. So let's look through the rest of it. Keep in mind that this is a broker's opinion of value. Now remember, our property backs up to a very busy 4-lane street with commercial behind it. So the location is fair for the subject property, but this property that we're looking at, the comp, is actually in a much better location. So it would appear as good on the BPO. The site view would also be the same. The site view, when you look out the back of the subject property, isn't that great, and there's a lot of road noise as cars are going back and forth. The site view at the comparable property is good. So you're going to make an adjustment. Good versus fair. You're trying to compare apples to apples, so you need to subtract money from this comp because the location is good and the site view is good. So here we've made a $10,000 adjustment. Then you come here and you see our square footage, 4,116 square feet versus 4,208, and we know that adjustment is going to be a positive number, $5,359. We haven't made an adjustment for age. Condition was the same. And on the rooms, we have 10 rooms versus 9. We have 5 bedrooms versus 4, and both have 3.5 bath. We make an adjustment of $3,000 for a bedroom. Then as you come down, our subject property has a 3-car garage, and so does the comp. But the subject property has a swimming pool and our comp doesn't. So we're going to give the comp an additional $5,000 for not having a swimming pool. Now, you start here and you take 239 and you just come down the line. Subtract 8,000, subtract 2,000, add 5,359, subtract 3,000, and add 5,000, giving you an indicated value of the subject, $236,359. Now, you do this down every one of these columns, and at the end, you end up with a range across the bottom that would be an indication, a very, very good indication, of what the value of your property should be, both active on the market and what it should sell at. Keep in mind, you've already made adjustments for condition. Then you come down to the bottom. Down in the comments section, it asks for what are the advantages of your subject property, what are the disadvantages of your subject property, and what is your marketing plan of action. Mine is sell as is, where is, with no repair. And the reason for this, due to the extremely long days on market, we will not be able to meet our 90-day sales goal. So, that's how you fill out the actual BPO sheet. These adjustments are very simple, but keep in mind, if you call one comp in good condition, then all the other comps that you say are in good condition have to be the same dollar value assigned to that specific condition. Good is good is good. Then all you do is tweak your numbers as you go through. Let's take a quick look back at the first page. So, this is how you actually get your working numbers for your BPO. If you have questions or problems with this, get with your Easy REO coach and ask them to walk you through this time and time again until you completely understand what you're doing. If that's not an option, all of this is explained to you in detail in the Easy REO Agent book. You can always look at www.easyreoagent in the forms section to find the particular document you need that can walk you through this. I hope this makes doing your next BPO a lot easier. Once again, thanks so much for joining us, and if you have any questions, please get with your Easy REO coach or visit us at www.easyreoagent.com.